Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to Méchet for another episode. We're still in October the 2nd. I did say I wasn't going to move on through the days, and we're going to just get our grass knocked down and get hay made out of it, get it baled up, get it in the shed. I'm not going to keep you in for much of this because I've had you in for so many grass cuts and hay making and all. We'll just do get the work done, and then we'll see what else we need to take care of and look after our animals and stuff like that, and then we will move forward and get that sunflower harvest done. So yeah, literally just moved on. Haven't done anything else other than just take care of the animals. Delivered a bit of the TMR that was in the trailer. I delivered that up to the Charlet, gave them their feed, filled all the barns, apart from the two new ones where we're doing the experiment with them just to see how they go with the food. So I'll wait until they get well ahead and well through the food, and then we'll have a look and see the difference in them, because you can't really notice an awful lot at the moment. Just taking care of the Charlet, give them water, TMR, they're full. The trailer, I had a trailer full of TMR, I used that, and then I mixed up another load using the alfalfa silage we have in the barn and the bales and the alfalfa hay and a bit of straw and that, so that all worked out fine. We mixed up a second trailer full. We didn't use it all, there's still some of it left in it, and purely making hay with these fields. We got these two here, three I should say. There's a small little one over there as well. We got the other one down below the farm, number 46, and I think that's it. Let's just quickly jump into the field check. 15 is the one we're in, then we got 28 and 29. 29 is the small one, and then 61 is the alfalfa. Oh, the other one's not ready yet. It says sink. We're missing a field. Why did I think it was 46? Let's look at the map. It is 46. Okay, I was right. Where is that? There it is. Ah, it's only stage 2. Ah, yeah. We're totally out of sequence with that one. Yeah, I just said it was ready and I wasn't going to leave it for 2 months, so I cut that last month. It would have only been 1 month then. Don't be doing maths live. Anyway, yeah, we're going to just get through this month. Kind of anxious just to get the month out of the way and see how the grapes are progressing with a full month's processing behind them, and same with the cows as well in the new barns and that. And yeah, just get our sunflower done, and that's going to be the last of our crops then for this year to be harvested. The only thing we're probably going to do with that field is we're probably going to mulch it. We have a big field sown. We have spelt. We have wheat. Come on. Yeah. Triticale. We didn't do the wheat. We were going to do the wheat or barley in one of the other ones, weren't we? So maybe I should have put winter wheat in. Or winter barley. We have barley in there, do we? Yeah, we've barley in there. And we were going to do summer crops with the other ones. Now, as I said, we'll have everything planted once. We'll only have 1, 2. We've only 3 fields to do. Yeah. Okay, so we will target something up here to have more than 3 fields. I never even looked at that one to see how much it was. That one is 124,000. Yeah, we're going to work that side of the farm to the north of the farm and expand out that way. I was originally thinking to just go on the other side of this hedge line here and moving down back towards the dealership with the expansion of the farm. And then I thought, you know what, I haven't done any work up in them fields up there whatsoever, whereas I have gotten contracts in all the other ones. And it's not because I want the contracts to come up in them. I just thought, let's go work on the map in an area we haven't actually worked in, and that's why I was kind of thinking we'll move forward up there. And since we bought our storage yard up there in the last episode, where we're going to put the combine and maybe even put the seeder in there or whatever. We'll put the stuff in there that gets used maybe once or twice a year. We'll be more economical with the shed space we have on the main farm. Basically what we wanted to do was where we store our hay bales and our silage bales and all the other bales, that shed, I wanted to try get the machinery out of there and just keep that for parking the tractors in and maybe a trailer or something like that, so it can be moved out of the way easy enough. So if we're doing our TMR mix, we can actually do it in under cover in the shed instead of having to like while we're using the bales up, we can do it that way instead of having to keep coming out to the yard and putting them in, and kind of just streamline things a little bit. Okay, that's that field done. It's going to be really bad and cross the road. And then we're going to do this field. We have a bit of grass to pick up on the road, but you know me. Up to the border, every single bit. It's all feeds. It's my land. It's my grass. I want it. Anyway, let me get this done. Tether's already on the back of the feet. And I'll be on this straight away as soon as I get the grass cut. And then we windrow it and we will get a bale up. I am considering using the moisture mod purely because I like the idea of having to tether your grass a couple of times maybe to reach the right moisture content to make it perfect, if you know what I mean. And you run the risk of it not being perfect. I used to use the realistic weather mod and then we had a little bit of an issue with it. Now I know it's kind of, I don't know whether the realistic weather mod, whether is it Oz who took it over. I don't know whether it's still on the go or did he replace it with the moisture mod, because when we had the little bit of an issue with it, I stopped using it because it absolutely destroyed all my fields on Riverview. It would have been. There was something happened with an update and it just went, and I didn't go back to it since. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I might do the moisture mod. And having said that again, I might leave it for this series and do it in a different series. I've seen plenty of other people using it, but just like the realistic animal mod, yeah, I love seeing it being used in that, but honestly I don't think I'd have the patience for it, which is why I don't use it. I think I kind of like to plan ahead to do a certain amount of work, and I know it can be quite time consuming using it. So you know what, I suppose I never tried it, so don't knock it till you try it, I suppose, one way of looking at it. Anyway, rambling again, let me get this cut, knocked down, tethered and windrowed, and I'll give you a shout when I get the baler on the field, and then we'll get a bale up and see how many bales we get. Right, time to get this hay off the field, get it baled up. I reset the counter, at least I think I did. Yeah, reset the counter. We've done 488 bales with this baler since we got it. Not bad going. Yeah, we got these baled up and off the field. I'm not too worried about. Oh, no soil data. We're not on the farm long enough for that, are we? 3 years. Why have we no soil data? No. We have there. We don't have here. Precision farming. Let's have a look. Aha. Why have we got a blank spot? Okay. 525. That's being lazy. That's all that is. That's just me being lazy and not going and getting the zero compact out. Don't know how I missed that bit. Okay, maybe I picked some of it up doing the other fields and then just missed this corner. However, yeah, we get these bales off the field, and that we're going to move straight forward into next month, November, and we're going to get, I'm not going to sow any had thought about putting a cover crop in, oilseed radish or something like that, but no, not going to do it. Not this year. Maybe again. Maybe we'll do it another time. That would just take up the full episode and start doing the fields. What fields have we got anyway if we were to consider doing that? We have 1, 2. That it? Now, that's giving me food for thought while I'm doing the baling. If I change my mind, I'll update you. But the feeling is we're not going to bother. Last 2 spots on the field. Haven't looked at the counter, but I've been collecting a lot of bales. And had to think about what I was saying about putting oilseed radish in, and I kind of knocked that in the head. But what did come up in my mind is reseeding the grass. You can see the patches. It was only we were getting you can see them in the other field in particular. It's only was getting them, and we still held on to the reseeder for that particular reason. So that's going to have to be done when I get the bales off. So I'm not moving forward just yet into November to get the sunflower done. Now let's see. Right, guesses please. How many bales have we got? Let's have a look. Yeah. Let's turn it off, lift it up, empty the baler, and then we'll look at the count. Any guess? Looking around the field, I'd say we got at least 40. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Reveal. 39. That was close. That was close. Now, I didn't look, that's being honest with you. I just know by the amount of time I spent actually driving around in circles to get them. So we got 39. I was thinking it around about 40. I actually thought it'd be probably slightly over it. So there you go. It was one out when I said about 40. This field, that field over there, they're the 2 I was thinking of putting the oilseed radish in. We're going to have to grab the reseeder now and go and do that. And where did I leave it? There it is. It's right beside. It's only leased. So I'm going to get stuck into the reseeding of them 3 fields. I keep saying 2 because the other one is so small. I keep neglecting the size of it. There you go. Oh, I'm back too far. Hitting the wall. There we go. That's better. Now, I think I used this on the Fanta last time, but we're going to stick it on to... And we have grass in it. Yeah, it didn't use much grass, so that's why. Okay, now, let me get that done. But while that is being done, let me get this beast. I think you know where this is going. I'm going back on my word. Didn't hook it up. Slightly off center, that's why it's not. I usually fly past it. Right, we're going to just put a worker on it, get him to do this. Let him. Can I squeeze through that gap? Yes, we can. Okay, I'll leave him to do that, and I will run into the pole and get out here and get our reseeding done. Might as well. AI worker D is blocked by an object. Yeah, me. Okay, might as well, since they're going to spend a bit of time doing this, I'll let him work away and not pay the worker. Oh, what am I thinking? Didn't even take the bales off the field yet. That's what happens when you try to rush. At least the seed. Oh, I need the weight on the tractor. At least the seeder's on there. I'll go back, I'll get my weight, I'll get my bale trailer, and I will see you when the reseeding is done and everything else. Okay, bales cleared and I just started to reseed, and I reckon the oilseed radish is going to be finished before I'm finished. So maybe that wasn't a bad idea, just to throw it on and let them work away. So yeah, we've done this on the last grass field. We reseeded it. Now we could probably do with some fertiliser and lime and that. I'm not too sure. So we might find out, isn't there? We're actually okay until you walk into certain parts of it. Okay, we seem to be okay when we walk where we've just reseeded, regards lime. I'll check the field when I'm done and see is that the case. But tell you what, let's do it now. Right, red, let's go behind green. Okay. There's something else we didn't know. So, reseeding has improved our lime content. Oh, that's nice to know. Right, I'll crack on with this because it's going to get dark. We're in October. It's just 1700 hours, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm expecting somebody to turn off the light switch probably at 5:30. You know the way it is when we hit the winter months. It's like someone switches off the light and says, right, you've had your lot for the day. That's it. I have to say, I do think this is a nice addition. I know a lot of people, no other way of describing them, moaned about the pack. But it depends on what way you want to approach the game. You want to approach the game and it has something that happens in real life in it, well then, the reseeding will be for you. But if you like things to be just bang, 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 done, dusted, in the bag, finished, without putting the hard work in, well then maybe not in that case. So you wouldn't use the Redo pack. I'm hoping at some stage now to get one of the big self-propelled slurry wagons when we get all our money from our premium grape juice. Anyway, I'll get on with this and get it done. And hopefully when I talk to you, we'll be in November and we'll be in the combine just about to get our sunflower done. Okay, now I did say I'd see you next time in November, but I'm doing a couple of contracts before I move forward to get a few bob. Not that we're stuck for it, but might as well. So between them we've got 11, say just under 18,000 and another 6. So say we got just under 24,000. Got about 23,000 between them. I've the baler up in the field up there. We're using all our own equipment apart from the least stone picker we have that we use in our own fields. Might as well recoup a little bit of the costs. This cultivator is going to probably be sold. We're going to get something different. I did say I want to try something else. I've used this on countless series. I'll probably do that before we have to cultivate our oilseed radish fields to get the cultivation or the fertilization done on them before we actually do the fields. One field needs to be ploughed, the one that had the corn in it. The other one doesn't. If we cultivate, then we can direct it anyway. So I just decided I might as well just do these couple of contracts. Anything else I've done? The only thing I've done is I moved the header from the yard, the normal header from the yard up to the storage shed. I will move the combine up there with the grain header when we have the sunflower done. And yeah, we're going to start utilising that space up there. But for now, I'm just going to wipe these 3 contracts out before we jump forward to November and get the sunflowers done. They were just, I hadn't done any contracts and I was just looking at them kind of going, I know I did say we'd limit the amount of contracts we were going to do if we were going to do any at all. So I kind of don't mind if we're using our own tractor doing them rather than borrowing the equipment with them. The one thing I didn't do, I didn't cut the grass or the alfalfa yet. I might just do that as well before I move into November. There'll only be 5 or 6 bales off that anyway. That's all we're getting off it. So that's up at the sheep farm and calling up at the farm with the goats. So it's just to do it before we move forward, so we keep the growth stage where it is instead of losing it in the growth stage by moving forward into November. Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit. Contract work is all done, and the temptation is to stay in this day and do some more. If you have a look, we'll actually accept these. We're on 133367. I'll show you what there is there. Well, we got 157, so what, 24,000? That's all right. Yeah, there's absolutely loads. We could stay here and do contracts all day and make loads of money, even just to pick a particular one. I did say I'm going to change the cultivator, get something else. I haven't checked the market since it would have updated ever so slightly. I'm still looking at that. No, that's not the one. There was another one. No, maybe that is the one. Sometimes you get to, yeah, there is another one. Yeah, there was more money off it than that. But you got to ask yourself when leasing it, how little it costs versus what it's actually going to cost you. Now, we have a 6 metre, what's on our own one we have is 8 metres. So we don't really want to go smaller, but then the problem is we go bigger, we need much bigger horsepower. Like, we're still not 8 metres. There's the first 8 metre one, that's 330 horsepower. Now this is on disc harrows, even if we go on cultivators. 6 metres. Like the horsepower, that one there. That's the closest we get. And it runs slower, 3 kilometres an hour slower. Pottinger 6 metres, 300 horsepower. 400, 320, 300, 320. You can kind of see why I have the one I have. Like that's 260. It's 9 metres. That would possibly be the best upgrade. We probably we find it tough going up on the hills with the tractor, so we're not going to do that yet anyway. Leasing costs, there you go. We're not getting hit with leasing costs. That's for using the stone picker, I guess. Right, we're going to move forward. We're moving into November. We'll be able to get into that field and get the sunflowers, get them harvested, get them into the mill and get the sunflower oil on the way. Let's see, do we get any surprising costs? Excess animals, sheep sold, there you go, that's the goats. So we got 4,400 for them. And yeah, money's gone down a little bit. Our combine is parked up here. It should be ready to go. I have trailer on the back of the vent. It's just parked over behind the shed. It's ready to go as well. I kind of got ready to go. I was going to move forward. And then I just decided, you know what, let's get the few contracts done. So, sunflowers. Going in to the mill, sunflower oil. We'll pick up the straw as well. We're really, that mulcher keeps moving when it's sitting there. I don't know why. I keep pushing it back against the wall. It keeps moving. I'll find a new home for it now anyway, because we're going to have a bit more space. Yeah, this is going into this grain mill. Now, do we need to plough? We don't need to plough. Okay, so we just mulch the field. Couldn't remember. So there's there might be that grass field. Oh, there is still contracts. I didn't send the stone picker back because I thought I might have to plough this. There's a few bits there. We've literally jumped in. That'll that'll increase as the morning goes on, and I want to check and see is that grass field ready beside us. Grass, we're doing that. Oilseed radishes of course are. Grass, that is the small field that we done at the back of the cow sheds. And 61 we didn't do the alfalfa. There you go. Move forward, forgot to do it. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll get it done. It just means we've lost out on 1 month. So we'll get it done anyway. And I wouldn't mind. I did think of it while I was doing the contracts, and then I just got distracted looking at the market for possible swap on the cultivator. And yeah, I forgot. Okay, let me get this done and in the mail and get the straw picked up, and then we'll see what we're going to do for the rest of the episode. We'll do the alfalfa, but I don't think we're going to have an awful lot to do. We have money there. We can consider buying one of the other fields up at the top where I said. I'm not sure I want to add to the field portfolio just yet. Of course, we're going to have product to sell as well. If we look at our stock check, we can see that there's plenty of stuff there. Like it's telling us we've 600,000's worth. So take the food stuff out. I wish you could just extract the food stuff out of that so it doesn't show up, because that would bring it down to a more realistic figure, probably of around about 250,000 or thereabouts. Anyway, I'll get this wrapped up and then we'll have a look at that after. Sunflower harvest done. I'm on the way to the mill. I forgot I leased that corn header that's gone back. I was going to bring it up with the harvester up to the new storage garage, and then I said maybe I don't own this, and I don't, because I did say we'd probably upgrade the combine, so there was no point in buying it. So we're going to get this down and into the grain stroke oil mill, and yeah, there's I think there's quite a bit of flour down here. Going to just round up some of the products, the cheeses of course, and get them sold, and we'll have a look at the money we have then. We buy a field, do we dip into the second hand market? I don't know. Haven't really paid that much attention to what is there. I'm thinking of buying one of the fields up on the hill. Well, hear me out, I'm thinking of actually putting a pasture in it, and the one where we have the Charolais now, I'm thinking of moving them up to the new pasture. Why? Oh. While we're here, do we need stuff? We're missing long planks. Okay. I keep forgetting about that. I only remember when I pass it by. So we'll have to get the truck and we go get a pallet of long planks and get them in there, and then we'll do that when we sell off the cheese and the other bits and pieces. I'm kind of at a point now where I'm trying to decide what do I do, like moving forward. What's next? Not 100% sure what I want to do. Don't worry, I'll find something. I'll have a look and see what crops we have. And oh, don't hit that tree. I thought there was one of them bushy trees there. I know I've gotten in around here before. Bringing so far up, I just want to try and not hit stuff. Yeah, I knew it was going to catch slightly longer than the last trailer. Now, grain mill. As more contracts have come up as well. Where's number 10? Number 10. I knew it was close by. Yeah. Oh, of course, our first job. And turn on the mill, but our first job is to get our alfalfa done. I don't know where to do it with the combine harvest and take the seed. What did I put in there? Sunflower oil. There we go. Let's check. Do I still have alfalfa seed? Did I sell it? I still have alfalfa. And it's January that gets sold. Okay, that means we're going to take the header for the combine back out of where it is in storage, and we're going to cut it, and then we just need to bale up. I don't know why that kind of went over my head this time. I didn't think of it. But at least I didn't go up with the mower and cut it and then go, oh, you should have harvested. Right, harvester's not done yet. Sunflower in, we got 17,000 litres. It's in the mill and we are just collecting the bales off the field. We got 4 alfalfa bales, well 3.5. So that field has not been taken care of where the alfalfa was. I did harvest it with the harvester, but we did get 4 bales, full bales, 4.5 bales and 5 bales originally. So we haven't been taking care of that field. It's too far away. We kind of neglect it. It's no excuse, but we just forget about it because it's isolated from the rest of the farm. Yeah, a couple of things I'm considering. I'm considering changing the mulcher for something different, just because I use it so much. Really don't know. It's fine, the one we have, but I'm just like trying out new things. I returned the leased reseeder and I bought the second-hand one. That's why the money's gone down. It was costing us. It's going to cost us €1,300 a month, and it's going to sit there until we need it again. So I just decided, you know what, the other one was 61% off, so we couldn't go too far wrong. It ended up costing us 23,000. So there you go. We have 17 bales, 16 bales. Okay, so we got 16 straw. We got 4, 3.5 alfalfa. That's moved again. It's out further than it was the last time. It's just something about where it's sitting, I think, rather than anything else. And yeah, we're kind of in a little bit of a dilemma now. I don't know whether to, because we have the new place where we can do the repairs on the tractors and the vehicles and that, the new yard. I'm actually considering removing, I'll show you now, just let me start these unloading. That's the right trigger, would help. Turn the engine off. I was holding the wrong trigger button. Come on. Okay, we let that fold and I'll bring you up. Run up the yard. Did say it before, I was thinking of taking down this house, or this building here. Now, I don't know whether the house would fit here now with the silo. I was thinking of putting down the house that's on the map in this location instead. Of course, I'm after just filling up our diesel tank and our silo, so I don't know whether it would fit there. Here, let's just jump in and see. Construction. Farmhouses. I think it's 130,000. It's expensive enough. There it is, 135. Not enough money. I know that. Won't fit. Okay. Originally I was thinking of putting it here. Okay. Scrap that idea. Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a look at the mulches now, see if I'm going to change it, or else I'm just going to get that field mulched. I'll give you an update in a few minutes. Okay, I'm doing a few contracts, alfalfa contracts. Get a bit of money in and to use my combine harvester and do a bit of field work. We kind of came to the end of, we were going to have nothing to do, and we're going to have nothing to do for the next couple of months. Really on our own farm, so I'm going to do contracts. I'm going to make the money I can out of them, and we're going to buy the productions. Let's just pause him for a second so I don't drive. What we're going to do is we're going to get the sawmill. We've got the sawmill workshop. We're going to get the carpentry. We're going to buy the bakery. Cannery maybe down the road. We'll see. BGA, no, not going to bother with that. I don't really bother with BGAs, to be honest with you. Plan is, I was kind of approaching this game save as I would a challenge. I'm not looking to have stuff that's bringing in loads of money, which is why I got rid of the snail farm anyway. With hindsight now, maybe I should have just kept it on and just kept progressing and buying up vast troves of land and that. But when you end up with nothing to do, on the map, and you're kind of going, well, I need something to do. What am I going to do? So I'm doing contracts, so I still get to farm on the map, other people's land, and so be it. We make good money out of it anyway. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the productions. We're going to get the bakery. We're going to do it. We're going to make bread. We're going to make cake. We're going to need a greenhouse for strawberries to make the cake. We're going to need a sugar mill. We're going to have to do sugar beet. We're going to have to produce sugar. And we're going to use the plot beside the 2 new cow barns, field number 58, I think it is, where I put the grass in when I put the cow barns down. We're going to put the productions on that we need. I don't think there's a production site around the map. I haven't found one anyway that we can put productions on, but we can use that anyway. And we're going to build it up, and we're going to just use the productions, and we're going to go, if we produce butter, we're not going to sell it. It's going to go to the bakery, and then it's going to produce cake, and then the cake is the end product. We sell the end product. Same as I'm doing along the Kiel Canal, where we can only sell the end product. We can't sell flour or stuff like that. We have to move it on if there's another production that uses it. Unless that production is full, then we can sell it. One of the main reasons being too is as regards the bakery, or not the bakery, the milk production we have already. We've nearly 50,000 litres in the big dairy. The dairy on the main farm is full of milk, and we're just going to fill the big dairy. It's going to be full, 100,000 or 120,000, whatever it is. It's going to be completely full, and we're just going to be selling milk anyway. So the cows are going to bring in a lot of milk, and I want to see it through where we can see what the difference is between the cows and that. So that's why I kind of had a long think about it. Now, just going to jump over to the farm for a minute, and yeah, I think we've 1,500 litres in the milk tanker because there's nowhere to put it. I'm not driving down to the dairy just with that. Swapped out the mulcher. They bought this one new. The one we had, I repaired it, repainted it, sold it. I made about 1,000 on the deal. That one was cheaper. Bought the wheel loader here, was 124,000. Volvo wheel loader. We bought the bucket. That's for doing our silage out of the bunker. But we're also going to use that for our forestry work, with a grapple to lift the logs and stuff like that. If we have a trailer, we can load them onto. We'll transport them that way. If not, we'll just use the industrial sawmill. Not going to be, what would you call it? Not going to be ultra serious and say I have to transport everything on the trailer and the whole lot. No, we're just going to have fun on the map. That's being honest with you. We'll end up planting sugar beet in the field. We'll end up buying more fields anyway as we move forward, and that's kind of the plan. Now, regards to the animals, I did say I'd do a roundup on them with you before we finished up, but I had a quick look. Everything hasn't changed an awful lot since. When we look at the 2 cow barns, we can see, here's the 2 of them here. You can see food-wise, they're down to 61,799, then down to 63. So you can see the difference. Like the Semmenthals are definitely using a lot more. Their puberty is 18%. Their puberty on the Vosges is only 16. So you kind of see where they're going. There is a difference in them anyway, but we'll just let that run. I'm not going to top up the food. I'm going to let it run right down until we see how much of a difference there is over the space of a month or 2, maybe even 3 months, whatever it is. But for now, yeah, I'm going to work through these 5 alfalfa contracts. Thankfully, I could just put in the one trailer. I didn't bring the trailer up yet. And we may move on and do a few more contracts in November. We're going to work on getting the money up and expanding. And that's it. And that's what we're going to do moving forward. The main farm up on the hill up there, the farmhouse, I'm going to transfer the ownership of that over to an MPC. Once everything has gone out of the dairy, there's about 4,000 litres of goat milk left in it. And yeah, I probably mightn't even take the money for it. We'll keep the goat farm up there. The field is up there with the alfalfa. I'm going to sell that and buy another field closer to the main farm. I kind of just want to keep us all in the one area. And moving forward, that's kind of what I want to do. Because I keep forgetting about the alfalfa field up there. And I kind of feel I'd like a farmhouse down beside the other farm as well. So what I might do is just place the farmhouse down there. It's 135,000 to do so. And we'll see how much money we have in the bank. If we haven't got it, well, then we might just give ourselves some money to do it, just so we have a farmhouse on the land. But yeah, that's it for this episode from Méchet. I have on my notes this episode 35, but I kind of think, just give me 1 second, I just want to check. I kind of just think it's not. I think it's episode 34. Yeah, I know I'd said it was episode 34 as we were going along, so I have my notes wrong. And that's it. That's it for episode 35 on Méchet. There's not much else we can do. We've done quite a bit. We got through all we wanted to. We're getting our own fields harvested, our grass baled up into hay and that, and our sunflower in, and our alfalfa done and all that. So I hope it wasn't too boring, and I got to work my way through contracts to make a bit of money. And yeah, I'll see you in episode number 35, and we'll see how far we progress with getting money in for contracts, and whether we manage to buy the bakery by then. We probably will, because I think it's 180,000, so we should be able to, even when we sell off the cheese at the end of the month and that, which doesn't have anywhere to go, so that can be sold straight. We're going to start expanding with the productions, and then we'll have to buy a forestry plot again and start working on that. So until next time from Méchet, thanks a million for joining me. If you're still here until the end, thanks a million. Hit that like button on your way out. I'd appreciate it. Leave a comment on what I intend to do. Let me know what you think. I just felt I was restricting myself a lot, as if I was doing a challenge on it rather than it being a playthrough. And yeah, I was getting bored when I got all my work done, had nothing to do then. So contracts keep me busy on the map, and I kind of feel like I've something to do, because our own fields kind of all come at the same time, and you get so much done in each episode that you're kind of looking at maybe jumping through 2 or 3 months, which I didn't want to do. So for now, until next time, all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye for now. Until then, bye bye.